you've always been just entrenched in LinkedIn. I'm a LinkedIn junkie. I love it. And I try to keep up with everything, but that's all you do. Like that's your thing. So how did you get into LinkedIn specifically? Because anytime somebody has a question about LinkedIn, I'm like, we got to call Lindsay or go see Lindsay. But how'd you get into that niche?
Well, it's interesting because a lot of people don't realize LinkedIn is actually older than Facebook. So it just so happened that Facebook gained popularity a little bit more rapidly than LinkedIn, because initially LinkedIn was really a place where people would go to look for a job. And at the time I was living and working in the DC metro area in sales, and new in my career and looking for any way possible just to connect with people and start conversations and build my network. And our VP of sales was very forward thinking. And so she would actually create little competitions amongst us sales team and team members to use LinkedIn. And I'm super competitive already. And I needed anything that I could, because I'm up against these veteran sales reps to win these, whatever. Pride is probably what I was just trying to go at.
That's okay. Pride is good. That usually works with salespeople.
Yeah, there we go. And so, so I've been a user, right? The good kind of user for quite a long time. And so really, what I've realized was that LinkedIn, ultimately what it is just an online networking tool, right? Like there's only so many hours in the day for us to go meet people and shake hands and have phone conversations. But LinkedIn is really like our 21st century Rolodex. It's our place where we can, I can only manage so many relationships in my brain at one time. And so I use LinkedIn as that place to feed me real-time information about people who I care about in business and in life, because as you very well know, a lot of business relationships turn into friendships. So and quite honestly, Kristen, like LinkedIn changes so often. I can't imagine being a social media expert. So that's what I always tell people. I'm like, if you're looking for a social media expert, you're talking to the wrong gal, because LinkedIn is the sandbox I play and stay in. LinkedIn is hard enough to keep up with as it is. I dabble my toes in Instagram and have a lot of.
You do? I do follow you on Instagram. Yeah. But you're right. There's so much to know about it. It's hard to be all places and all things. So with that, you brought up a good point. What's new? What are some changes? What do you see coming? Because I'm like you. I've been on LinkedIn forever, and I think people are so surprised at how long it's been there. I love it. I've engaged with it since the beginning, but it changes a ton. So what have you seen over the years, and what do you see coming?
So as much as I would love to have the inside track with.
Right. See if you could get that. That would be great.
I know. At one point I had a few different relationships, but like any corporate America job, those folks left. And, but all that to say, so what I've found, and y'all have probably noticed this too, if you've spent any amount of time on LinkedIn, you know that it changes all of the time. And at the end of the day, what we have to remember is that it's a software company. So they're always going to be tweaking and iterating and changing and adjusting and pivoting, because ultimately their goal, their mission is to connect the world's business professionals to make them more productive and successful.